Hey everyone, this is Grandma Cynthia, your old star that's still shining bright in the sky, and we're going to talk about Forspoken. There's been a lot of mixed reviews that's been happening so far with Forspoken, and how can I put it with Rufy Enix? They didn't really care for this video game, period. The fact of the matter that the story is amateur of the liking is deplorable, especially when it comes to people of color. We've always been depicted as the lesser than, which is really, really sad. Uh, I don't feel very close to the main character named Frey. Now, mind you, I didn't play the game, but I did watch 8 to 16 to 37 hours worth of gameplay from other individuals playing it in different arrays. I still didn't feel so close for the character as a whole. The dynamic of her being poor and homeless and being a thief and almost getting thrown in a jail in New York City and then wanting and wishing to go into a different world and realm and then having the money and resources that she stole from to start a new life, but the option of, oh, I gotta save this cat because this cat Homer is my love of my life. But let me just leave the money bag and go find the cat instead of picking up the money bag. That was an option. That was a choice in the game that they don't give you a choice. They just make you they force you to not pick up the money bag and go get the dog. So I mean cat. So that way you can basically start your venture. So that was a poor, and I say poor, and a way of writing, and it got worse between her going into the new realm, sort of liking her powers, meeting the people there, and then just dog shitting on the people because now she doesn't like the world that she's in, so she'd rather go back to New York City because she misses his cat, which is really ridiculous at a point of no return, especially she treating the people like shit, but the people are treating her fairly, and or just, well, they weren't treating her just fairly, thought she was a demon, but there's more to the story than just that. uh, it's just very, very standoffish and pushed away. But if you really look at Square Enix's track record of people of color, you will see that they keep the same formula over and over again. And especially if there's a main cast for a black person, it's hilarious. So now we are in this phase where you're playing the game. The battle system is okay at very least. There's nothing very extravagant about it. There's nothing very beautiful about it. She got the same magic, like the same magic that basically every magic user uses in any D&D or video game or cartoon of alike. So she's nothing really that special. She has parkour abilities, but they're not very fun in my breaking, and it looks very clunky and all over the place, not to mentioning being in this world that's already desolated and destroyed, so you have this open box world that basically takes you fucking nowhere, and to top it all off, it's all destroyed, so there's no beauty really within the world, and a bunch of zombies and crazy ass shit. I feel like when it came to the storyline, they really should have ramped up and changed that. They could have kept the beauty of the world the way that they really want to, but since they wanted to make an open world sandbox, they was like, well, let's just make it trash and desolate. And I'm so tired of that trope over and over again. Not to mentioning the trope of a person that has nothing ends up into another world not hating and disliking everyone and repeating, especially when it comes to people of color. It makes it even more worse. So to top this all off, I would just basically say this: I can fix your story in less than 30 seconds. Here you go. Frey is actually a professor. She's a professor of anthropology, study of culture and witchcraft and the behaviors and so forth of other cultures. She's fascinated by it. She's fascinated by magic and the world of liking. She wishes that she can bring something more to the table. She ends up finding the cuff. The cuff ends up taking her to another realm. She's in this other realm. She sees how desolated the people are and how broken that they are, so she decides to help them. She starts to realize that I can use my anthropology and I can use my study of sociology to help these individuals to see and learn and also expand the world where I came from and give them knowledge from here. And to top it all off, she could literally, if you beat the game, you do have the choice of going back home or staying. She can just say, I can stay here because I want to rebuild the world even more and further beyond. Not saying that's not in the game, because it is. It's just that change the dynamics. Like, go further. Why is it that she has to be poor? Why is it that she has to struggle? Why is it doesn't make any sense. You don't have to keep doing that, especially when it comes to people of color. Like, can you change the narrative? But Square Enix does that to people of color, and I've seen that more and more often. So would I say buy this game? No, not really. Buy it when it's cheaper, not for 79 something dollars. You know, buy it when it's cheaper and it's on sale. But kudos to the actors. Kudos to all the actors that did their best bet, their best work with very little of what they were given. Kudos to you. Give you props 100%. And kudos to the main person, the main actor who put this in as well. Kudos to you, honey. But your character was trash. And there are probably going to be a lot of people that may flag my shop. I could care less, but this is the real truth. I want more. I want to see more. I want to see more from people of color and for the dynamics of the video game industry. I don't want to see us keep always having to be the supported lead or dropping the ball or being the most angry individual. I want more. We come in different dynamics just as much as anybody else comes in dynamics. So there, I said it. I'm done. It's up to you. Now I gotta go dungeon hunting so I can get this enchanted weapon. Well, not really an enchanted weapon. It's pretty much on the body of a dead person by now, but I need that back. So no refunds, baby. So I need that back. And after I go down that dungeon, I'm going to literally 100% clean this off and resell it to the next person. I am Grandma Cynthia, and I will always tell you guys 100%. The earth is your stage, the sun and the moon is your spotlight, so you give the universe one hell of a show. Okay, peace out.